sums in case we get it. So we are ending that formula part till Friday, and after that for today, sorry, the recording starts now. Okay, so I'm beginning again. So I'm telling you again that we are starting with the cost of capital problem solutions part from today, and we're ending that formula part till Friday. Till Friday, whatever we did, that was all related to the formula and then how to use those formula in which type of sums in cost of capital. We ended up with weighted average cost of capital. In there we had done one problem on which you had to calculate the proportions and then multiply with the different costs of capitals, and then you had to calculate the weighted average cost of capital. Those is more important than the other two. So in case we come across those sums, we will directly discuss while doing the sums. Okay, so today we are starting with the problem part. The first problem says, let us discuss it and then accordingly we will solve. Okay. Okay, so the problem says that Suresh Engineering Company is planning to float equity shares worth rupees 5 lakh. So it is planning to accumulate funds, accumulate capital by floating what? Floating equity shares, which will be worth of rupees 5 lakh. The company's equity shares are presently selling at rupees 40 per share. So the present price per share is how much? It is rupees 40 per share. Okay, the company has been paying dividends during the last 5 years at the following rates. Now there are some rates will be given at which it will say that a company is paying the dividends during the last 5 years. So what are the rates? Let's see. This is the rate. Okay, these are the last 5 years data, and the dividends amount is given. It has increased every year. It has increased the payment of dividend, isn't it? It has increased the payment of dividend. Now you have to determine the growth rate in dividends and then calculate the cost of equity capital. Okay, this is a different thing, different formula that you will have to write now in your copy and underline it broadly so that you remember this formula. Okay, now I have taught you the formula in which the growth rate was directly given. But in case the growth rate is not given, then what should you do? That has been that will be seen in the sum. Okay, so this amount of dividends is given, and you can see that the dividend has increased every year. This is clear from the data given. Now you have to determine the growth rate in the dividends, and then you will calculate the cost of equity capital. So how to calculate? You write question, you will leave some space, and after the class you will write the questions. Today itself you will write, and the solution you will do in the class. So in solution you write growth rate in dividends. You write growth rate in dividends. Then you will underline growth rate in dividends. After writing it, you will underline. Growth rate in dividends, how to calculate? You write the formula, you write D naught 1 plus R to the power n. You write 1 plus R to the power n equals to dn. You write the formula is, this is actually an equation. Okay, this is actually an equation where R will be given and you will have to calculate the value of R. You write D naught into 1 plus R to the power n. D naught into 1 plus R to the power n equals to dn, d subscript n. D naught 1 plus R to the power n equals to dn. I hope you have written the equation. Now we will substitute the values from the question in this equation. What is D naught? What is D naught? D naught is the first given year's dividend payment. Out of these 5 years, which is the first year? It is 1987. And in 1987, the dividend payment was 5.50, right? So this is D naught. So you will write 5.50 in place of D naught in the next line. The next line you will write so you are writing 5.50 in place of D naught. Then you are writing 1 plus R to the power. What will be N? What will be N? N is 4. This first year you should take it as year 0. Okay. And this rest of this, leaving this first year, there are 4 more years. So you will write 4. In place of N, you will write 4. That is equals to 7. What is 7? 7 is the dividend payment in the nth year. That is in the 4th year. Okay. Although while it is the past 5 years, but for calculating dividend growth rate, this formula is used. This comes from Gordon's growth model. Okay. That has not been discussed to you. That is not known to you. But this is the formula that will actually come from that model. So in that model, it is assumed that the first year is taken as D naught and the rest of the years which are given, that is counted as the value of N. So N will be equals to 4. Okay. Then you solve it. You need a scientific calculator for it, I guess. Yeah. You need a scientific calculator for this because you will have to find out the root over, so I mean 1.2727 to the power 1 by 4 you have to calculate. See if you can calculate this one and tell me. See, first what you will do, you will take this D naught to the right hand side. Then you will have 7 by 5.50 in the right hand side. You are having 1 plus R to the power 4 equals to 7 by 5.50. This is what you will be having. Try it out.
Done, ma'am.
Done, no? This is coming 6, 0.06 you are getting.
Ma'am, I did till 1.2727.
Yeah, 1.2727. Then what you will do, you will get 1 plus R to the power 4 equals to 1.2727. That you will get. After that, in the next line, you will write 1 plus R equals to, you will write 1 plus R equals to 1.2727 to the power 1 by 4. 1.2727 whole to the power 1 by 4. That is what you will get. 1 by 4 means 0.25. Am I correct? 1 by 4 means 0.25. So you will have 1.2727 to the power 1 by 4. That is 0.25. Okay, 1.2727 to the power 0.25. That you calculate. If you have a smartphone, still you can calculate. By using the smartphone, you can calculate the amount. Has anyone got the answer? 1.2727 to the power 1 by 4. How much you are getting?
0.062.
0.7. After subtracting 1.
No, 1.06.
Yeah, 1.06 you will get. Then you will subtract 1. What you had? You had 1 plus r equals to 1.2727 to the power 1 by 4. That is what you have. And then you got 1 plus r equals to 1.06. Okay. Now, therefore, you will write, therefore, r equals to 1.06 minus 1. You are taking this 1 from the left hand side to the right hand side. Since this is a plus in the left hand side, when it will go to the right hand side, it will become a minus. So it will be 1.06 minus 1. So you will get 0.06. So you will get 0.06. Okay, so that is your growth rate. Your growth rate is either you can say it is 6% or you can say it is 0.06. Either it will be 6% or you can say it is 0.06. Then you use the equity share capital formula that I have already given you, where there was growth rate, dividend per share divided by market price per share plus growth. That formula you use and tell me the cost of equity share capital. Yes.
Ma'am, R
How
will
much?
be ma'am, R will be
How much?
0.06. R will be
Yeah,
0.06%.
6% means 0.06, no?
Okay, ma'am.
If you are taking 0.06, then after adding, you have to transform that into percentage. That's it.
Okay, ma'am.
Take 0.06, that will be easier. Take 0.06.
Ma'am, why we will calculate DP for 1992?
This is the last year, no? This is the last year.
Ma'am, 1991.
Till 1991 is given. That means that it has been paid. So how much you're going to pay this year? That you will have to calculate, no? Till 1991 it has been paid. है ना? Now you will pay for 1992 and you're using the growth factor and then you're calculating for 1992. Have you got the answer? Once you get, you should tell me, okay? Yes, have you got the answer? Dividend per share in the numerator is 7.42 because it is growing by a rate of 6%. Every year it is growing by a rate of 6%. Is it? So if it is growing at a rate of 6%, what will be the increased dividend? 7 was the last year's dividend. 7 plus 7 into 0.06. If you do it both the ways, you will get the same answer. In the book, it has been done as 7 into 1.06 they have done. If you do 7 plus 7 into 0.06, still you will get the same answer. Check. If you do 7 plus 7 into 0.06, because every year it is going by 6%. So if the last year's dividend was 7 rupees, then this year's it will grow by 6%. If it is growing by 6%, that means you have to add 6% of 7 to 7. Am I correct? You have to add 6% of 7 to 7. So what will be the answer? 6% of 7 means 0.42. Right? 6% of 7 means 0.42. So 0.42 plus 7, that means 7.42. The new dividend for this year, that means 1992, it will be 7.42. Understood now? Understood, all of you? So it will be 7.42 this year, divided by the market price per share. It was given in your question. I am showing you the first part of the question. You see, the market price was 40 per share. So denominator will be 40. 7.42 divided by 40 plus 6%, that is 0.06. Then you calculate the total KE or cost of equity.
24.5.
All of you understood now how is it done? If you know the growth rate, that means when you are calculating the dividend per share for the coming year, you will have to add that percentage, growth percentage, to the last year's dividend. In the book, they have done 7 into 1.06. You can do 7 plus 7 into 0.06. Still, you will get the same answer. I hope it is clear. Okay, let us leave up to this much only. Okay, let us leave today. We will continue with the two sums tomorrow. Almost our syllabus is going to get over. Once we finish this chapter, our syllabus will be over. So let us relax today for some time. Okay. So one sum let us do. Tomorrow we'll do the rest of the two sums. After that we'll move ahead. Okay. I've taken the snaps. Okay, I'll give you attendance. So you can leave. Those who, for those it was not clear, you can stay and ask. All right. And rest of you can leave. Those who have finished. Mamta, will you stay or can we do it? You will also take some rest because you have been classes. No?
Okay.
Let us do it at 12 noon. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So you will call me. You will first text me, and then you will call me. Okay. You will call me. Then discuss it at 12. Okay. 12. Let us do.
Ma'am, in this you took 7 plus 7 into 0.6.
0.06. 6% means 0.06.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
0.6 means 60%. When it is 6, then it is 0.06.